It's time for another episode of This Week in Review here on Trin Globe Media, hosted by Keeks. Thanks to the last episode of This Week in Review, the AG's office has completed drafting legislation on the decriminalization of marijuana. You all are welcome. The Trinidad and Tobago national men's football team faced off against the USA earlier this week, and now Marvin Phillip knows what it means to be beaten beyond recognition. It truly pains me to say this, but we now have concrete evidence that immigration is affecting us negatively. Whoever this guy is, he's definitely not a Trinbagonian.
Miss Lady, where you going, sir, man? How you gonna just pass me without saying morning like you ain't got no manners?
Now, a lesson in foreign exchange. As one woman was held trying to leave the country with 169,000 US dollars. That's approximately 1.1 million TT dollars. Quite frankly, she would have had a better chance strapping the TT dollars to her body. An air pistol was seized in a school in Tobago, and now steps are being taken to ensure that WASA is no longer allowed at career days. The TNT Police Service Social and Welfare Association is trying to get the Commissioner of Police to hold off on polygraph and drug testing for officers. So basically, if corruption and trafficking were polygraphs and drug tests, all our problems would have been solved by now.
Do you understand?
Yes.
The first phase of the Komoto to Manzanilla Highway and the Toko Port has commenced, with squatters rushing to do their part. Illegal structures are expected to be finalized by the end of this week in preparation for the usual ball and beg session right before mobilization.
We don't want no highway because we born and grow here and we children and have grandchildren.
Brian Lara was rushed to a hospital in India complaining of chest pains for no apparent reason. The information coming from India is that he simply extended himself in the gym. However, it is suspected that Lara is being held against his will because reports from India are also saying that he is back to watching the cricket and he is doing fine. Kamla Prasad Bisesa claims that the PNM is using Venezuelans to steal the next election. While many have dismissed her claims as simply mischievousness, I tend to listen to the experts in their field when they speak. As an accomplished politician, I'm sure she knows exactly what she's talking about, especially when it comes to stealing something. So that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in to yet another episode. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Trin Globe Media and at Hosted by Keeks. See you next week for another episode of This Week in Review.